Good evening. Thanks for joining us. I'm Stacey Skryzak. Today marks 1 week since a fire tore through the building on Adams Street. Now that building still stands tonight, but as city officials are deciding what to do next. Firefighters were called to East Adams Street just before noon last Wednesday. It took crews hours to extinguish the fire in building 413. The issue now is how to safely demolish the building without damaging the connected buildings. And the weather isn't helping. Officials say summertime storms are impacting their ability to start demolition. News Channel 20's Julia Rosier joins us live in Springfield with how the weather is hindering the process. Julia?
Stacey, that's right. The Department of Public Works says plans are still being made for this building behind me here. But they say yesterday's storms and severe weather could cause delays or affect any future plans for the building. The Department of Public Works says yesterday's rain made the site heavier, especially the wood parts of the building. Director Dave Fuchs says the weather is a big concern when it comes to this demolition process.
It's a dynamic situation, meaning it is affected by a lot of different elements. Certainly wind and rain are part of those. The wetter the site gets, the heavier, especially the wood that's involved gets. And wind, of course, could affect anything that is not well attached.
Officials say the affected businesses and insurance companies have until July 4th to share their plans with the city. But after those plans are submitted, they will still need to submit a design plan to make sure other buildings aren't damaged. And officials say that any other future severe storms or weather in the coming weeks could affect the demolition process and raise the same concerns. Reporting live in Springfield, I'm Julia Rosier. Back to you.
All right, thanks, Julia, for that update. The building was home to the Cat's Pajama Cat Cafe, Electric Quills Tattoos, and the Elf Shelf Bookstore. Now, all three of those businesses, plus Cafe Moxo next door, are still closed. Well, there is good news, though, tonight. At least one of those stores found a new home. We want to continue our team coverage with News Channel 20's Carson Gordy. He joins us live in Springfield now with an update. Carson?
Stacey, that's right. The tattoo shop Electric Quill has likely found a new home so they can reopen their business. But the status is unknown for those other two shops. Today, I met with Chris Nickel, the landlord of both the destroyed building and the building right next door that houses Cafe Moxo in the apartments above. Nickel says he's been meeting with insurance companies regularly to see what they can preserve. Right now, engineers are looking to stabilize structures of the neighboring businesses before they demolish the fire-affected building.
Except for a small closure right here in the middle of Adams, all the other businesses in the area are mostly operating as usual, and hopefully will be, except for a few minor inconveniences.
Last night, I was told Cafe Moxo suffered smoke and water damage, but Nickel told me that the damage inside was minimal and that it should be good to go in the future. I'm Carson Gordy. Back to you.
Definitely a bit of good news there. Thanks, Carson. Public Works says demolition probably won't actually start until July. Also lost in the fire, historic artifacts from the old Pillsbury Mills plant. Moving Pillsbury forward, the organization in charge of redeveloping the plant site was storing artifacts found inside the plant. The nonprofit released a statement today saying, in part, quote, "Although we lost a great number of Pillsbury artifacts and historic documents in the Adams Street fire last week, we are grateful for the remaining items and documentation that still exists." Thanks for watching. Stick around by subscribing today and don't miss a single video.